Emeka had never imagined his life would turn out the way it did. Born into comfort, groomed to inherit his father's business, and admired for his charm, he had everything going for him. But one mistake changed the course of his life forever. It happened one rainy evening when his casual fling with Oma, a quiet young woman from the neighborhood, left her pregnant. His parents, fearing scandal, forced him to marry her. Emeka never forgave Oma for what he called the trap. From the day she became his wife, resentment festered in his heart. Life in their home was misery. Emeka lashed out physically when his anger boiled, and with his words he cut even deeper. Oma bore the insults in silence, clinging to her little daughter Kambili, who became her only source of joy. Adding fuel to the fire was Gold, Emeka's longtime girlfriend, a woman dazzling in beauty but sharp with manipulation. Gold whispered into Emeka's ears that Oma was beneath him, that he deserved better, that his life was ruined because of her. "If not for that girl," Gold would say, her lips curling with disdain, "you would be free with me. She's your prison." Her words poisoned Emeka's mind further. Soon he decided he had had enough. One night, after a vicious quarrel, he dragged Oma and little Kambili out of the house. "Go back to your father's house," he shouted. "You and that child are no longer my concern." Oma wept, clutching her daughter, but she left without resistance. A month later, Emeka married Gold in a ceremony that glittered but lacked warmth. He believed happiness was finally his, but he was wrong. Gold, now his wife, revealed a side Emeka had never seen. She was domineering, extravagant, and greedy. She spent his money recklessly, mocked him when his business hit hurdles, and compared him unfavorably to her former lovers. Nights once filled with laughter between them turned into endless quarrels. She withheld affection unless he gave her what she wanted. What Oma had endured quietly, Emeka now faced loudly and bitterly. His home became the same nightmare he once inflicted on another. Years passed, and Emeka's wealth began to dwindle under Gold's manipulations. One day, broken by shame and loneliness, he thought of Oma. He remembered her patience, her gentle ways, and the daughter she had borne him. The guilt weighed heavy on his chest. He decided to make amends. Clad in a faded suit, Emeka walked the familiar path to Oma's father's compound. The compound buzzed with activity. Music played, women cooked, men arranged chairs, children ran about in celebration. Confused, he asked a passerby what was happening. "It's Oma's wedding day," the man said cheerfully. "She's finally found happiness. A good man is marrying her." The words struck Emeka like a hammer. His heart sank, his throat tightened. Still, he pressed on until he reached the gate. From afar, he saw Oma radiant in her bridal attire, her face glowing with peace he had never given her. Beside her stood Kambili, now a young girl smiling proudly. The sight was too much. Emeka turned back, tears stinging his eyes. For the first time, shame engulfed him. He had lost them forever. When he returned home, Gold was waiting. A friend had told her of his visit to Oma's father's house. "So you still crawl to that woman?" She spat, fury in her voice. "You dare humiliate me like this?" Emeka tried to explain, but she was unmoved. Her anger curdled into something darker. That night, as Emeka sat exhausted at the dining table, Gold served him a meal laced with poison. He ate unaware until the pain gripped him. His last vision was Gold's cold, triumphant smile. By dawn, Gold had vanished. She took Emeka's money, jewels, and important documents, fleeing with a secret lover. No one ever saw her again. News of Emeka's death spread quickly. Many shook their heads in pity, others in judgment. Some whispered that it was karma, that he had reaped what he sowed. Meanwhile, Oma moved on gracefully. Her wedding to a kind man went ahead, and her life blossomed anew. With Kambili by her side and a husband who cherished her, she finally found the happiness she had been denied for so long. Years later, Oma would sometimes look back, not with bitterness, but with gratitude that her story had not ended in tragedy. Emeka's choices had nearly broken her, but they had also led her to discover her strength. And as Kambili grew into a brilliant young woman, Oma vowed that her daughter would never endure what she had endured. Emeka's name faded into whispers of caution, a tale told to warn others of pride, cruelty, and misplaced love. But Oma's story was remembered differently, as one of resilience, restoration, and the quiet triumph of a woman who chose peace after pain.